challenging life, and many a times we cannot cope up with a fast-paced life, which leads to physical, mental and emotional disorders, which shatter us completely. In the modern world, mental health disorders have become a leading cause of disability globally, exacerbating human health. With the divine blessings of Lord Dhanvantriji, hope lies in Ayurveda. Dr. Navdeep Sharma, a spiritual healer from the city of the Golden Temple. His graduation from Sri Lakshmi Narayan Ayurvedic College, one of the oldest institute in our country, associate with Sri Durgyana Education Foundation. His masters from the University of Madras. His PhD in the role of Ayurvedic herbs in psychological disorders. Listed in the World Book of Records for promoting Ayurveda and developing a chain of Ayurvedic treatment and Panch Karma centers in various parts of the globe.
डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा को दुनिया भर में आयुर्वेद का जागरूकता फैलाने के लिए सम्मानित किया गया। लंदन में इंडो यूके लीडरशिप समिट में द वर्ल्ड बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स ने दिया उत्कृष्ट पुरस्कार।
लंदन में इंडो यूके लीडरशिप समिट का आयोजन, आयुर्वेद को लेकर जागरूकता पर जोर, द वर्ल्ड बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स ने लोगों को किया सम्मानित।
Commendable Global Recognition Award was received by Dr. Navdeep.
Namaskar and a very warm welcome to all of you in this live interactive session of ours where we join you all for quality Ayurveda. लेकिन आज स्टार्टिंग में ही हम क्या कहना चाहेंगे कि भारत माता की जय. It has been a honor, a real honor by the excellent and marvelous work done by our Indian Defence Forces in saving our borders and ensuring that all of us are safe. And once again, I am there live in front of you. So, we once again will be discussing Ayurveda with you, and while we discuss Ayurveda with you, we will also be taking the maximum of your questions. And there are some frequently asked questions which generally come across from you guys, and today I have requested my team to be sharing those FAQs so that I can take those FAQs also and nothing is missed in regards of what you people generally ask from us. So, that will also be discussed with you. And one of the questions which came my way, I will be going one by one for that Panchkarma importance and benefits of Shiropichu. Now, there are so many people who generally ask that is Shiropichu important for me? And there are multiple problems which they update us that see our child doesn't like having oil on the scalp, and in some places they will say that dandruff ho jati hai. Why they say that is that they are not cleaning the oil later on in a proper way. But when we talk about Shiropichu is a special procedure which nourishes this Brahmarandhra, the Brahma. This Brahmarandhra is very important to be nourished because this is the last part of our scalp which fuses, and the anterior fontanelle which we call, and there are so many people who will generally ask that see what is the benefit of having a Shiropichu over there on the head. There are so many people who ask that because some of them will say oil is not going to be absorbed from there. Some of them will say that there is skull, how can something go in the brain from there? Always remember over there that when we talk about autism or any disease of the mind, it is not a disease of the brain. When we are intending to nourish the Brahmarandhra, in no way are we intending that something goes till the brain, but the relaxation, the concentration span. Now, all those things shall be improving once we are using that Shiropichu. So, that is something which is really very important to be done. Amol ji, Javed ji, Namaskar, and Amol ji, I would like to tell you that I will be in Chandigarh only in the morning. I'll be on Sunday over here and I'll be on Monday in the morning over here. I have to urgently leave from here after that. So I won't be available in the later part of the day on Monday. So do plan your visits accordingly. So going ahead, we were talking about Shiropichu. So when we talk about Shiropichu, the best benefit that you get from Shiropichu is that when we nourish the Brahmarandhra through a medicated oil, now that really provides a change in the mindset. Think about your own self. If someone is giving you a relaxing and a soothing massage on your head with a cooling oil, you may fall asleep. On the other hand, if someone is giving you a hard massage, which we call champi, with the oil which is a bit warming in nature, you may feel too energetic, ready for your work. So merely by changing the kind of massage on the head and the kind of the oil which is being used, there's a lot of change in your, you can say, mindset after that massage. So if a massage can give you that much of benefit, just imagine when we are using a technical oil at Brahmarandhra, how much changes that oil is going to bring in the mindset of your child. So specifically in children where we want the hyperactivity to be reduced, where we want that the child should be having a better coordination of the conscious and subconscious, that really helps a lot. So that is why we always advise children for going for Shiropichu, and there are other Panchkarma therapies also, but at home if you are doing something, they are not very easy. For other therapies, you need to be there with us for a few days, you need to learn, and then you can do some of those therapies at your own home. But for Shiropichu, that is the easiest of all. So you should go for a Shiropichu at your own place when possible. The second question is, what is the importance of taking ABA from your organization along with herbs? Now that again is something which comes as a question frequently through my team. This always comes in the mind of parents. Some of them will feel that if we are taking herbs, why ABA? Some of them will feel that if we are going to a nearby center for getting a ABA therapy done, do we really need to be taking the training for ABA from you guys, and why? What is the difference? So remember, when you are going to a center which is nearby your place, with due respect to those centers, what they will do is they will ask you to leave your child with them, and then they will take your child inside and they will start command based learning for your child. For a child who is not at all having any eye contact, for a child who is severely autistic, that command based learning intermittently does have some benefit. But if we feel that that command based learning can bring a child out of autism, out of this phase, no, that is practically impossible. That OT session, that special education which you may be going for near your home, and they may claim that they are doing ABU also for your child, although that is not possible to be done without involving the parents. But still, when they are going for those things, yes, a bit of eye contact, a bit of small kind of things, they may improve. The child will become a bit responsive. The child may learn a command based few words. But if we talk about ensuring that a child comes out of autism, now that is something which is not going to happen with someone doing the therapy for your child. That is why the ABA, applied behavior analysis. Now analysis is the most important over here, the most important, because that is something which is generally missed by psychotherapists. They do the same set of things for every child, and that is not going to give output. So what happens is, in our ABA sessions, we ask the parents to give the maximum of videos of their children to us. We analyze, our team analyzes, they are on video calls with the parents, and in cases where the parents come to us, they spare out some time and be there with us. We analyze everything according to the individual behavior patterns of the child. Now we start training the parents, the grandparents, and all those who are there around the child. And when that training starts, that training is really very important, because if we want to bring the best out of your child, we need to behave in a proper way with the child. Even let us forget for some time about autism. Let us think about a normal child. A normal child where the parents are listening to everything which the child is asking for. The child is absolutely normal. But if the child will be pampered too much, you will see a child lying down in a shopping mall for the parents and demanding something to be given. A normal child also may start scratching or hitting the parents, especially the mother. So there are multiple problems which can be faced in a normal child. So in autistic child, that is nevertheless different from that. In autistic child also, if the training for the parents is not perfect, because an autistic child requires special management skills which are different from each child and depend upon the behavior analysis of the child. So that analysis is very important in ABA, and when that analysis is done, it's then that we start training the parents over there. And the herbs which we are giving to the child, the herbs modify the behavior of the child towards a positive, learning, acceptable behavior. The cognition improves, the child's concentration improves, the cognitive skills improve with the Breno R syrup of various varieties which you are now watching on your screens, with various kinds of brainwars, these skills improve. This brainwar may be in a syrup form if you are visiting me in OPD. There may be brainwar capsules if your child is of a age where the child can take capsules. Then there may be brainwar mild, again a separate variety of brainwar which we use where the hyperactivity is less and we target on speech, ignoring much of hyperactivity. It is only mild hyperactivity. And then there may be Breno A syrup. Again, when we talk about Breno A syrup, now this is a syrup which we use when we only need to increase the speech of a child, and the child otherwise is a very sedated child. The child remains confined to a side. There we use Breno A syrup. Again, we have Breno A capsules which we use when we need to enhance the learning skills, and we use it when the child is of a higher age and still is not able to speak but is not hyperactive. And there are various other varieties of Breno R which we use. Again, analysis. We analyze everything. If you are getting coming to me, if you are over there with me in one of my OPDs, or you are there with my team, or you have started online treatment, in all those cases, we ensure that if you are coming to us in Ayurveda, Ayurveda is not merely a medicine selling thing for us. We analyze the child, and we always request the parents that, see, give us time to analyze your child. Do a video conferencing after sharing maximum videos. If it's not with me, with any of my team, still share videos. If it's online treatment, share videos. The more our team can analyze the behavior of your child, the better will be the medication which we will be giving to the child. And once we give that medication, and that medication now starts working towards enhancing the positivity of your child, concentration of your child, acceptability of your child, cognition of your child, and parallelly, you are taking trainings from our ABA experts who are analyzing the behavior, who are guiding you people in that regard, then the real change starts. Many a times, the parents, they take herbs from us, but unluckily they don't work on their child. They leave their children to certain therapy centers and they expect that the therapy centers will do miracles for their child. Sorry, brothers, sisters, friends. No. No therapy center can bring your child out of that autism phase. It is you yourself, your family yourself, which has to do that, and we are over there to guide you. So that is the importance of getting the ABA therapist done from us and discussing the outcomes in these live sessions of mine, so that we work as a team and we ensure that the child comes out of autism. And while we are discussing everything, all of you who are our members, who have supported us by joining our channel, I will prioritize their questions also. All the other questions are also important for me. I'll be taking that on the second priority. But for the members, all those questions which are coming my way through members are being prioritized. So there is a question of one of the members now, that is sugar and gluten-free diet necessary? Also, can milk be given to children? Now that is something which is a matter of research. That is sugar and gluten good for the child? There are multiple cases where the parents feel that by giving a gluten-free diet and a sugar-free diet, there was a reduction in the hyperactivity of the child. But that happened before they came for treatment to us. Now, once you are there with us for treatment and we start the herbal treatment, these are all minute things. It is just like that when army starts fighting for your nation, the police, although they are important, but even if they are not there at the borders, the army will do everything. They are good enough, they are equipped enough, they know how to fight in a war. Similarly, when we start therapeutic treatment, when we say therapeutic treatment, that means a proper concentrated herbal treatment under technical doctors, then these kind of supportive measures like not taking gluten or going for a sugar free diet and not taking milk, these things are not that important after that, because then you are taking a proper treatment. But yes, if you are not taking treatment from us, if you are dependent on controlling autism through diet, then those things are required. But if you are taking treatment from us, our treatment is good enough to overcome even those things. So we need not trouble the child much by completely omitting sugar, by completely omitting gluten. We can instead go for milder version of sugar like brown sugar, shakkar, other variants of sugar, and we can use sugar to a 20% lesser quantity. We can avoid chocolates, which is high concentration of caffeine and sugar. But otherwise, restricting sugar is not required. And as per my research, I may be different from others, but that is what I do in my children. And then when we talk about gluten, if you are going for a normal wheat, which is the variant of wheat which is without much removal of fiber from it. There are certain wheat varieties which are the modern wheat varieties where they will mix maida with the wheat. The chapati will be the bread will be very white and there will be less fiber. Now that can cause digestive disturbance in your child's gut who is already autistic. So there he may become hyperactive. But if you are going for a normal wheat flour with proper fiber in it, the chapati or the bread is brown in color, there won't be any problem. So more than whether we are going for gluten or not, what is important is whether we are giving a diet which is more digestible to the child or not. Now that is something which is really very important to be followed. So that is something we should keep in mind. And when we talk about lactose, when we talk about milk, cow's milk is like elixir for your child. If you can get access to any packed or unpacked cow's milk instead of buffalo's milk, now that is good for your child. Buffalo's milk, when we talk, that is not very good for your child. Again, tough to digest, not very good for the mind as far as Ayurvedic texts are concerned. So if we talk about milk, it should be cow's milk. Even goat's milk is not bad. So moving ahead, as I just mentioned, your questions will be more important for me, and my team is consistently forwarding the questions of members on priority to me. All of the questions are also very important for me, but I have to prioritize the questions of the members. So they are coming with to me. In case I miss out on few questions of non-members, I would sincerely apologize because I always have to follow the time restrictions, although the questions of every one of you is equally important to me, but going for the protocols of the organization, those who are supportive for us through a bit of joinings for the YouTube channel, we need to prioritize those and we need to take the questions of non-members on second priority. So I would definitely like to go ahead. Millie, the question which you just asked about sensory issues. Now they are that is important. I'll try taking your question as soon as I finish on with the question of the members. And next question is, what can be given for, and this again is a question from one of you, from one of our members, that what can be given for children for protein, especially when they are vegetarian and picky eater. Now, it's really good, ma'am, that you are taking our treatment regularly, and I again thank you that you have joined our channel. So, the question is very important over here because in most of the autistic kids, the kids are already picky eaters, and we all know that for proper growth, protein is something which is really required. Now, which protein supplement? Should we go for the market protein supplements, and specifically if the child is vegetarian? Now, what is the option? Now, nature has given the best of option for us. You need to take a glass of milk, pour some lemon in it, boil it, and the water and the cheese will get separated. Now filter out that water of the milk. It contains whey protein, the natural whey proteins. Depending upon the fact what your child likes, that water can be either changed into a soup by adding a bit of cumin seeds in it, a bit of black pepper, black salt in it, or it can be added in a soda. It can be used to cook the wheat dough to make the wheat dough for making the bread. It can be used in the dish which is being served to the child. If it is consistently done, now that is the best protein supplement for your child. Along with that, we have some natural herbs for protein supplementation for your child, and the name of that child is the name of the combination is Count Plus Granules. Again, the variant of that which we are exporting is Nuspar granules. So Nuspar granules, which we will be sharing with you. We are facing some network issues, so the stream may be fluctuating for a few seconds. Don't worry about that. It was a mild network fluctuation only. So Nuspar granules, which you can see on your screen right now, you see the herbs ashwagandha, vidharikand, Safed Mushli. Now these kind of herbs, they are the best natural herbs for giving supplementation at any age. So this can also be given in small quantity for your child. So don't worry about the protein of requirement of your child if you are giving Naspar or if you are giving that milk natural protein which I just guided you up. Now moving ahead with the next question. The next question is how to improve immunity of children if the child doesn't want to take any extra herb and the child is not willing to take any extra herbs. See, when we talk about improving the immunity, if you are giving easily digestible home cooked meal to your child, that automatically is going to increase the immunity of your child, and you need not supplement your child necessarily with herbs. If you are using sugar in a limited quantity, fried and junk in a limited quantity, giving a balanced diet to your child where you are ensuring that fruit is going in your child daily, not in a juice form but in a fruit form. If it's a balanced diet, the immune system is automatically going to stay high. It's only when the diet is not balanced, then we can't help it out. Then a bit of supplementation is required, because if the child is too young, is too fussy eater, is not cooperating, there if we need to improve the immunity level, yes, support is required. But if we can be good at cooking, do some chopping changing, like one of my patients, they used to make a spinach soda. They used to grind spinach, put it in a soda and give it to the child, and the child really enjoyed it. Now that was a thing developed by the parent, and in that form spinach was regularly going in the child, which child won't otherwise like to take. He brought it for me once to taste and it was really tasty. So he had added a bit of spicy things in it, and it just like there's a variant nowadays, Lahori Jeera, which we all prefer and take here in India, and getting even it's getting famous around the globe. So the taste was something like that, and it was a very good supplement with spinach in that. So those things can be tried if you really want to avoid taking giving herbs. Become a good and a special, you can say, one at the kitchen. And I would also appreciate if you as parents, whatever you are trying it out, you can make small videos of your kitchen, you can share with us for the other parents to benefit, because all of us are doing something or the else which is good for our children. So if we can do that, and those things can give benefit to other parents also, like this there will be knowledge enhancement, and we will have more and more special dishes for these kids for improving their immunity, for ensuring that they can take everything which is required. And the next question which I can see over here is from uh, can we give fish oil, omega 3 and such supplements along with herbs? And while I am taking the questions, I would request team, please make sure that none of our member misses out on his questions. I know you are prioritizing the questions of members, but be very cautious. No one who is there as a member should miss out on the questions. And if you feel that any question is very important, like the one which I just mentioned, those questions should also be shared with me, because I do not want to miss out on the important questions. They are very important for everyone. And when we talk about giving fish oil or omega 3 to the child with herbs, there is no harm in that. The only thing is that it's not necessary that you need to give fish oil. If you are vegetarian, flaxseed oil is equally good. Alsi ka tel. Why do we need to give fish oil? And when we talk about omega 3, the pumpkin seed oil, which we generally use in most of our medication, cucurbita pumpkin, I see you may see it on your screen as of now. I'll check it out. Uh, the pumpkin seed oil, if you can, yes, that is there on your screen. The pumpkin seed oil, which we also call cucurbita oil, kaddu ke बीजों का तेल. Now that is a very good source of omega 3 fatty acids, and also at the same time it works on the mind. We are using it in majority of the kids. Even you as parents, you should use that oil. Pumpkin seed oil is an elixir. Why go for artificial supplements when we can have a natural pumpkin seed oil for supplementation for us? So that is something which you should take. And if you are taking it, then there is no need of this fish oil and omega 3 fatty acids that's already there in the pumpkin seed oil in a sufficient quantity. Yes, you definitely should take care of vitamin D3 levels. That is something which our medicine cannot manage. We can manage calcium. We are giving Mukta Pishti. You will see it on your screen, the Mukta Pishti. When we talk about Mukta Pishti, it is basically pearls which we grind with the Kharaliya Vidhi, and we use it for you. Now this Mukta Pishti, when you are using the Mukta Pishti, that is a natural source of calcium, along with ensuring that the concentration span of your child improves, the child improves in autism. The Mukta Bishti also gives a very good supplementation for your child on the calcium part. So you don't need much calcium supplements, but vitamin D, since we are not going in sunlight nowadays that much, do keep the vitamin D3 levels of your child at a normal level. Don't make it over, don't make it less. Get it checked after every 6 months. I know the child will feel trouble in giving a blood sample, but we need to keep a check on vitamin D3 level. So when you're taking treatment from us also, keep a check on how much the vitamin D3 levels are there. Now that is something which is very important, and for that you need to take a supplement artificially. That is something which won't be maintained with the help of medication. Now the next question which I can see over here is the importance of spirituality. When we talk about spirituality, since we are talking about man, and since in my research I always use the super conscious, the man, I, in my practice and my experience, have always seen that many of autistic kids are spiritually connected internally. They are more attached to God. And when the parents, depending upon their faith, you may be of any religion, if you believe on God and if you are praying in any form to the God, start involving your child for that, and you will see the child improving quickly than when he is improving without involvement on the spiritual aspect. So yes, spiritual aspect is also of importance over here. So the next question is, some parents usually are not aware of autism. So the question is, what has caused autism in my child? Now this is a general question. This is not a question from one of our members, but this is a general question, that what caused autism? Many of the parents, they want to know, my child was perfectly all right. Why autism in my child? I increased screen time at a very tender age, less exposure to the social environment. Now see, here in India specifically, we used to have various social interactions at a very tender age for a child. When the child was only 30 days, depending upon the social environment, it may be 30 days, 60 days, it varies from person to person, but generally on 40 days, if you say Chilia, and on 30 days in some areas, the child was having Namakaran Sanskar. All the relatives and all, they used to come, they used to have a look at the child, they used to interact with the child. So a 30 to 40 days child, we used to get so much of social interaction. And then Mundan ceremony, where again everyone was going to be there around the child. So there were so many things which were done in the normal Indian social environment earlier, which ensured that the child is uh, getting social exposure, which nowadays is not there. And again, when we talk about the home environment, it was not a nuclear family like nowadays. There used to be so many people around the child to interact with the child. But now, when at the young age, we are leaving child to the mobiles, we are leaving child to the television, that really increases the chances of autism many folds. Now, that is something which we should not let it to happen. Team, as we will be soon finishing with the live session, do ensure that if there is any question which is pending from our members, that should be prioritized, that should be sent to me. We should not miss out on our members' question. And there are multiple other questions like Rakhi ji, there is your question and there are other questions, but due to the scarcity of time and due to more number of questions which we got from our members today, there are certain questions. I would like to acknowledge the name of your all, so that you know that yes, your questions came my way. I was live. Rakhi Tiwari ji, I have your question, then I have the question over here of the next question which I can see. There are some appreciations, I am missing out on those questions. Gokulji, John Wick, you have shared your patient code, and that's really good to know. You are there with us. Sanjana Thakur, and then we have Millie Sarkarji, sensory issues you wanted to know, but due to unluckily we had a lesser time today, I couldn't take that topic. And then moving ahead, uh, Amira Sharma ji, again that's good to know that the child is improving. Nivedita ji, again a very good evening to you. You are over there, and definitely Nivedita ji, looking forward to meet you over there. It's only a bit of delay being over there due to the the tension which just crept on the borders, and very soon I'll be ensuring that I meet you over there. Pardeep ji, a very good evening to you. And then learning for children is the ID, and Inaya and Ansab. Uh, I definitely, when I meet you, I would be definitely remembering everything, and the names are very good. And yes, definitely, you are welcome with any of your questions, and wishing both Inaya and Ansab a very quick recovery. And going further, Rahul Naji, Namaskar, and then so there are multiple things how to calm down autistic kids and all. There are questions which are very important, but as I just mentioned, I would really apologize because my priority over there and my request to all of you always is when we talk about the fact that anyone is supporting us by joining our YouTube channels, it's only and only because we really want Ayurveda to be promoted everywhere. When we are joining with you, we ensure that we guide you in the best way. And at the same time, we want that people, they do not, it's not that we are the only authentic Ayurvedic physicians, there are a lot of others also, but then there are a lot of them who are quacks also. So we always want the Ayurveda to be going to anyone in the best of its form. And when we talk about NDK Nirogam Private Limited, here we are having an entire team who is helping out people suffering from diabetes, arthritis, thyroid, migraine, obesity, and multiple other problems which can be managed with Ayurveda. So you're always welcome to refer such cases with us. You're always welcome to follow this channel for the videos of such children and for of these diseases and all such information which we are providing you over here. And again, for all of you who joined us live today, Dr. Sakshi, who will be active right now, will be ensuring that if you share your mobile number on the helpline number of my screen, or if you have mentioned your patient code, Dr. Sakshi is going to give you a call to each one of you who joined us in today's live on my behalf. She will be giving you a call. She will be answering to your queries. So before you log off from this live stream, the number is there on your screen. Just drop a message, hi Dr. Sakshi, over there so that she can connect with you. She can get back to you. She can ensure that any of the query which was there in your mind is not left unanswered for the day. So for all of you who joined us today, I, Dr. Navdeep Sharma, and on the behalf of my entire team, wish you a very good and great health. Stay healthy, stay nirogam, and also follow us for Harbogyam, our single range of supplements, single herbs available in Amazon stores in US now. Namaskar.
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name, Parth, age 3 years, disease, autism. Chief complaints, speech delay, hyperactivity, irritative behavior, less interaction, less understanding. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on April 2023 at 1:09 p.m. and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. He did not respond clearly and showed irritative behavior most of the times.
करो
आ जाएगा वो.
कलर करो. वेरी गुड पार्ट. कलर करो. नो, इस हैंड से कर. वेरी गुड. इसके अंदर रख दो. वेरी गुड. पापा का हैंड, दीदी का हैंड करो. हैंड. चलो. वेरी गुड. खाओ. वेरी गुड. हेलो पेरेंट्स. पार्थ हेलो करो. हेलो करो. ये पार्थ है, मेरा बेटा, 4 साल का होने वाला है. लास्ट ईयर जुलाई में हम डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा सर के यहाँ पहुँचे थे. हमें एक सर ने मेरे बताया था सर के बारे में. हमने सोचा भी नहीं था कि आज 9 महीने में पार्थ मम्मा पापा हमसे बोलेगा इतनी जल्दी. हम तो मतलब बड़ा एक माँ पेरेंट्स के लिए एक रहता है कि कब हम मम्मा पापा सुनेंगे पार्थ के मुंह से. आज पार्थ मम्मा पापा और विद सेंस सब कुछ बोलता है. भगवान की कृपा से और सर की मेडिसिन और सर के गाइडेंस से आज 9 महीने में पार्थ एक नियर टू नॉर्मल लाइफ जी रहा है. और स्कूल में भी पार्थ प्ले ग्रुप में था. अभी जस्ट 15 दिन पहले ही स्कूल में मैम ने बोला कि पार्थ को हम नर्सरी में भेजेंगे. और जो सर ने जो लाइफ में हमारी खुशियाँ दी हैं, बहुत एक पेरेंट्स के लिए इससे ज़्यादा और क्या हो सकता है कि उसका बच्चा इतनी जल्दी और इतना अच्छा इम्प्रूवमेंट हो जाए. एक पेरेंट्स के लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है. थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच हमारी लाइफ में इतनी बड़ी खुशियाँ देने के लिए. थैंक यू एंडी निरोगम.
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name, Vivan, age 4.5 years old, disease, autism. Chief complaints, speech delay, less understanding ability, inexpressive, sensory issues, lack of focus. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on 27 November 2022 at 11 o'clock am and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. The chief complaints were speech delay, unable to write and sensory issues. The child could not write by himself. He was also not very socially active. Throughout the treatment, significant improvement was seen in the child. He started writing on his own, gave answers and also became active. He started interacting more and gave answers instantly. His focus also saw an improvement. He also participated voluntarily in activities and also excelled academically. Instant responses were also seen within a few months of treatment. With improved attention span, he became quick in recognizing and mind games as well. He was able to interact more with peers, participate in class and also understand things in a better way.
हाय, मेरा नाम प्रिया है एंड मेरा बेटा है 5 साल का होने वाला है एंड मुझे नवदीप सर से मेडिसिन लेते हुए मोर देन 1 ईयर हो गया है एंड आई हैव चेंज लाइक आई हैव सीन इमेंस चेंज इन माय सन। लाइक जब हम यहाँ पे आए थे तो ही वॉज लाइक वो एक एक वर्ड ही बोलता था एंड जब से हमने मेडिसिन शुरू की है एंड मेडिसिन के साथ साथ शिरोधारा भी इसकी मोर देन 1 ईयर से चल रही है एंड विद कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ दिस मेडिसिन एंड ऑल उसमें ड्रास्टिक चेंज है। जैसे अभी वो सब कुछ अपनी चीज़ें 99% अपनी चीज़ें वो बता पाता है ईजिली एंड दैट टू दे स्टार्टेड मेकिंग फुल सेंटेंसेज ऑल्सो। क्लास में भी अकेडमिकली ही इज़ गोइंग सुपरबली ऑसम। ही हैज़ स्कोर्ड 88% इन हिज लास्ट टर्म एंड जहाँ पे जब वो नर्सिंग था ही जस्ट स्कोर्ड 55%, नॉट इवन 50%। एंड अभी जस्ट टर्म ए में ही इज़ इन जूनियर केजी, अभी टर्म ए में उसके 88% नंबर आए हैं। नाउ ही हैज़ स्टार्टेड राइटिंग ऑल्सो। पहले वो मतलब पकड़ के लिखता था, पेंसिल पकड़ के, उसका ग्रिप भी प्रॉपर नहीं था बट अब वो लिखने भी लग गया है। प्लस मुझे जो मेडिसिन से जो मुझे मेन फ़र्क दिखा है दैट इज़ सेंस, जो मुझे चाहिए था कि सेंस में थोड़ी सी डेवलपमेंट। पहले उसको फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता था कि कोई घर में आ रहा है जा रहा है, वो जस्ट कमांड वाइज ही चल रहा था। लाइक ही स्टार्टेड फॉलोइंग माई कमांड्स लेकिन अपने दिमाग से वो कुछ नहीं कर रहा था। बट जब से मेडिसिन लेना शुरू किया आफ्टर 3 मंथ्स मुझे ज़्यादा चेंजेस दिखे हैं। 3 मंथ्स में धीरे धीरे चेंज आए। अब विद इन अ ईयर तो ड्रास्टिक चेंज है। जैसे उसको देख के आप बोल ही नहीं सकते हो कि दैट ही हैड माइल्ड ऑटिज्म, तो उसको माइल्ड ऑटिज्म ही था बट अब वो माइल्ड ऑटिज्म के स्पेक्ट्रम से भी निकल गए। अब जस्ट उसके थोड़े सिम्टम्स रह गए हैं एंड वी आर स्टिल इन टच विद नवदीप सर। वी आर स्टिल टेकिंग द मेडिसिन। उनकी जो भी गाइडलाइंस है, बीट डायट, बीट उनका यंत्र, वी आर डूइंग दैट रिलीजियसली एंड आई मीन इट। विद दैट हम उनको हीलिंग म्यूजिक भी सिखाते हैं जिससे बच्चा इंटरनली भी हील होता है। मेडिसिन हम दे रहे हैं। सो आई एम क्वाइट हैप्पी विद दी मेडिसिन एंड फैसिलिटीज। द डॉक्टर्स आर एवरी टाइम अवेलेबल और मुझे हफ्ते में 1 साल से ज़्यादा हो गया, मुझे हफ्ते में 1 कॉल ज़रूर आता है यहाँ से दैट यू नो वेदर द थिंग्स आर गोइंग राइट। विवान के बारे में दे आस्क कि वो कैसा चल रहा है। तो लाइक दे आर इन टच, द होल टीम इज़ इन टच विद मी मोर देन 1 ईयर। मेडिसिन यहाँ पे टाइम से आ रही है, हमें घर पे डिलीवरी मिल जाती है। जब हमें आना होता है नवदीप सर के हमें कॉल्स आ जाते हैं दैट यू नो वो अवेलेबल है इफ़ यू वांट टू मीट। तो द एज अ क्रक्स आई एम सैटिस्फाइड विद द मेडिसिन ऑल्सो एंड विद द स्टाफ ऑल्सो। थैंक यू।
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name Bhanu Pratap, age 6.7 years old, disease autism. Chief complaints: hyperactivity, speech delay, communication, short sitting, problem with understanding. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on 2nd November 2022 at 11 o'clock am and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. The chief complaints of the parents of the child were hyperactivity, speech delay and short periods of sitting. The child also did not communicate much. Within a year of treatment from ND Care, a significant improvement was witnessed in the child. His condition showed positive results with reduced hyperactivity, improved speech, better understanding and longer sitting. He even communicated and expressed his feelings in detail. Participation amongst peers has also increased. The child also participated actively in his school activities and showcased confidence.
बच्चे का ट्रीटमेंट हमारा चल रहा है तो हमारे बच्चे की बहुत अच्छी इम्प्रूवमेंट है। पहले तो हमारा बच्चा बात भी नहीं करता था, कोई समझता नहीं था। अब इसमें स्पीच भी आई है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई है जी। अभी मतलब बैठ जाता है, पहले 10 मिनट भी बैठता था। काफ़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई है बच्चे में, पहले कुछ भी नहीं था। तो सारी हमारी भगवान है। मतलब पहले हमें पता भी नहीं था, सरकार को पता होता तो हम पहले से ट्रीटमेंट स्टार्ट कर देते। तो हम खुश हैं अपने बच्चे के लिए।
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name Ritika, age 20 years old, disease autism. Chief complaints: hyperactivity, behavioral issues, shouting and screaming, irritation. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on 23rd January 2023 at 3 o'clock pm and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. Before the treatment, the chief complaints were regarding hyperactivity, shouting and behavioral issues. She screamed abruptly and showed irritated behavior frequently. With the ongoing treatment, significant improvement was there in her condition. Hyperactivity was reduced a lot. She also became more calm and also stopped shouting. Along with that, irritative behavior also showed improvement. She also got involved in co-curricular activities like sketching and painting, which improved her performance. She also showed a lot of growth in terms of expressing herself. She started singing and other activities.
हम रणजीत सेन हैं. माई डॉटर का नेम है रितिका सेन. शी इज़ एन ऑटिस्टिक पेशेंट. एक साल पहले गूगल में डॉक्टर नवनीत शर्मा को देखा, उनका साइट देखा, तो उसके बाद हमने कांटेक्ट किया है और 2023 जनवरी से हम मेडिसिन ले रहा है अंडर सुपरविजन डॉक्टर नवनीत शर्मा. 9 महीने में हमको बहुत ही असर मिला मेडिसिन से. पहले शुरू में मेरा बच्चा चीखते थे, हर टाइम अचानक चीखते थे, हर टाइम चिड़चिड़ापन रहते थे, हाइपर था, बहुत ही हाइपर था. मेडिसिन लेने के बाद उसका ये चिड़चिड़ापन, एग्रेशन बहुत ही कम गया है. मेडिसिन के साथ साथ पंचकर्मा भी दिया है और साथ साथ में साइकोथेरेपी भी चल रहे थे. तो ये साइकोथेरेपी, पंचकर्मा और मेडिसिन लाके कुल मिला के मेरा बच्चा अभी बहुत ही बेटर है, पहले से बहुत ही बेटर है. आयुर्वेद में हमको लगता है डॉक्टर नवनीत शर्मा स्पेशली फॉर ऑटिज्म के लिए बहुत ही अच्छा डॉक्टर है. थैंक यू.
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name Hiravraj Singh Tomar, age 4.5 years old, disease autism. Chief complaints: speech delay, hyperactivity, poor eye contact, less social interaction, low attention span. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on 10th August 2023 at 10 o'clock am and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. The child was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, which caused the issues of hyperactivity, social interaction and speech delay for the child. With the onset of treatment, the results started showing up. There was an improvement in hyperactivity and increased social interaction.
मेरे बेटे का नाम हीरावराज सिंह तोमर है. हम लोग